Welcome to Core and More. We're gonna warm up. So you don't need any equipment tonight. You just need your mat. You can do this barefoot. We are gonna start with some aerobic warm-ups. So we're gonna start with a step touch. We're just gonna do a soft knee, step left to right. Take those arms, move them back. Just a little bit of floor aerobics here. And good, you can exaggerate these moves. You can go at your own pace. Nice, good, pulling back, opening that chest up. Good, now we're gonna change it just a little bit where you cross it back. Inside leg crosses back. Now take the arms and just swing them around. Good, you should feel a little bit of rotation in those hips, but of course pain-free. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, next drill, we're gonna do a wide stance, tap left to right, knees are soft, and go right into a hamstring curl. You wanna relax your butt here. Go back to taking those arms, reaching them forward, pulling back. Try to get your heel to touch your butt. Again, the bigger the better. You want to feel a little, you might feel a little pull in the front of that leg. Good, staying light on the balls of the feet. Three, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna switch this up here. We're gonna go into a narrow stance, and we're gonna tap it back and up. Now, you're actually tapping back, step with the ball of the foot, and then let your heel sink back. So you should feel a nice stretch in your calf. This can be a little bit slower. With this one, you just want alignment. So both feet are pointing in the same direction. If you tend to rotate out with your back foot, you might not feel a calf stretch at all. So you're just bending your front knee a little bit. Whew. Tap with the ball of your foot and then push the heel down to the floor. Whew. Good, you got 15 seconds, just alternating legs. Fantastic. 3, 2. All right, a little bit, we're gonna keep that idea. So space behind you. Now we're gonna turn this into a lunge, long, low lunge. So you're actually trying to go as far back as you can, but still support your whole body. Reach up and then drive up. So we're getting a bit of a hip flexor stretch here. Go slow. You can tap your back knee down, like you can rest it down if you'd like, if you're on your mat. If you're not on your mat, just be very gentle. Don't bruise that knee. Like, you could also press into your front thigh as you stand up. Good. Let's do one more. All right, beautiful. We're gonna go to the floor and do a very similar move. So you're gonna start in either a tabletop or a high plank, and you're gonna take one leg. So let's take your left leg, and you're gonna step it out right next to your left hand, so it's out to the side. So it's now a long, low lunge, a runner's lunge. But this time we're gonna take that left arm, sweep it up, open the chest. So you're doing a little rotation. Come back down and then reach under the opposite armpit. Let's do that 20 more seconds. So you're doing a couple. Go at your own pace. When you rotate up, you're trying to stack the shoulders, stack the wrists, but still be heavy with that front foot. Ooh, 10 more seconds and then we'll switch sides. Back knee down. Okay, let's go ahead, step that left foot back, and then step or shuffle your right foot right next to your right hand out to the side. Sink down with those hips, press through those arms, and then go ahead and add that rotation, opening that chest, and then sweeping that hand, that right arm underneath your left armpit. Very, very nice. Ooh. Ooh. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now stay right here. You're gonna lower your back knee, and then you're gonna very slowly shift all your weight to your back leg while you straighten out your front leg, flex your foot. So you should get a hamstring stretch, and you can just walk your hands along with you and then come back into your runner's lunge. So now you're gonna alternate hamstring stretch to runner's lunge. So give that a try. Whew. Doesn't need to be perfect. Oh yeah. Good, you're reaching those hips back. If you want to sink your butt into your back foot or into your back heel, that's totally fine. All right, let's do the arms. Bring your right leg back. Bring your left leg out to the side again. Lower your back knee. Shift your weight into that back knee. Hamstring stretch to runner's lunge. Good, we got 10 more seconds here. Just hold it. You can hold it wherever you feel it the most, wherever you need it the most. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna come back to your hands and knees. We got 2 more warm-up drills. We're gonna drop down onto your elbows. Your butt should be sticking up in the air, so knees are right below your hips. And then just take your right arm and we're gonna thread it underneath that left armpit, right behind that left elbow, and try to get your right shoulder to come down to the floor and then rest the right side of your head gently down to the floor. So you're pressing, you're still stabilizing with that left arm on the mat. Unless you feel comfortable with putting that weight into your right shoulder and arm, then take your left arm. The option is to reach your left hand across your back to your right hip, and you're just trying to reach your right arm as far as you can. So you're trying to twist, try to keep your butt and hips up. Obviously they're not twisting. All right, bring your left arm back by your head, place your hand down, and then push through that left arm so you can slide your right arm back out, and then rest back down on both elbows. All right, let's do the other side. So left arm, gonna thread underneath the armpit, keep your arm on the floor, drop your left shoulder down into the floor, drop your head down, and then take, if you can take that right arm behind your back. Good, and if you we got 10 more seconds here, take some deep breaths, reach that left arm. 3, 2, 1, bring that right arm, right hand back by your head, push through your right hand and slide your left arm out. All right, go ahead, wiggle out your hips, and we're gonna finish with a cat-cow or cat-camel. So we're gonna stay in tabletop, really spread the fingers nice and wide, middle finger points straight ahead, knees right below hips. We're gonna exhale, look at the belly. This is your camel. And then inhale, arch your back, drop the belly, draw your shoulder blades together, keep that neck long. That's your cow. So go camel, breathing, exhaling, and then inhale. Just try to get the biggest articulation possible through all of the vertebrae. Pain-free. Try separating those shoulders a little further apart. Good, you got about 5 seconds. And do one more. Woo. All right, and then just go ahead and wiggle or like wag your tail in cat or cow. All right, and then just slide your hips and butt back. Beautiful. Okay, that was the warm up. We're gonna get into the routine. Excuse me. All right, we're gonna start with some glute bridges tonight. We're gonna do a set of 20 reps. If you do a little bit more or a little bit less, that's totally fine. You're just gonna go along with my count. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. Make sure you're lying on your back. Feet flat on the floor, about hip width. Toes are pointing straight ahead, all 10 toes. We're gonna gently scoop the tailbone under by pushing through the heels, lift the hips up, squeeze your butt. So we're starting up at the top of the move, actively squeezing those butt cheeks. Now the arms can rotate up. So the palms are rotating up to the sky, and then you can flare them out a little bit. All right, let's begin. We're gonna go down with the hips, drive up, squeeze at the top. Think of a thrust. We're thrusting, but with the hips and the butt, not the lower back. So everything's stable. This is 3. Try to go with my pace. 4. If it's a little slower, a little faster, that's fine. 5. Inhale, exhale. 6. Pull that belly in. Keep a long torso. 7. 8. We should be feeling it by the end of the set. 9. 10. Now when you lower down, try not to actually rest down into the floor. You're just tapping it. 12. 13. Good. Driving up through those heels. 15. 16. 17. 18. Or if you don't care to count, just stop when I'm done. 19. Now let's hold this last one up. Lift and hold. Squeeze your butt. Get those hips up just a little bit higher. Pull the belly in. Hold this for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. All right, you're gonna hug both knees into your chest. This is gonna set you up for the next exercise, which is windshield wipers. Using this as a core drill, but it's also a stretch. Arms come out to the side, a little bit lined up with like the chest. So you can flare them down. Now how much you bend your knees is gonna make this easier or harder. So if you wanna make it easier, pull your knees in. If you wanna make it harder, more weight in the legs, bring your knees away from your belly. And we're gonna just gently let both legs fall over to the right side. That's the stretch. And then pull the legs back up to center using your core. The arms are there to help you too. And then go to the other side. Now we're gonna just time this out. You're gonna go 45 seconds. Continue. This one is a little bit more gentle. You're not necessarily gonna feel a burn, but you should definitely feel the work. When your legs are coming back up to center, that's when you're using your obliques. And again, if you keep your legs straight, you'll get a very different experience. So just play around with those different lengths. It also needs to be pain-free. Now we're just using the arms to kind of stay, so we're not like tipping over. So you can use the arms as much or as little as you need to. You got 10 seconds. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, rest. All right. All right, we're gonna rest for about 15 seconds and then we're gonna go into some scissor kicks. So this is a variation of a dead bug. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay on our back, knees are bent, we're gonna scoop the tailbone under and try to press your entire lower back aggressively down into the floor. That's imprinting. And then at the same time, you're trying to pull your abdominals down towards your spine as well. Then you're just gonna hold that, contract, keep that stable, and then bring your legs up. Arms are coming out to the side or down by your side. And then you're just gonna extend your legs out without your back arching. And then we're gonna go out and cross. Do some scissor kicks here. Go at your own pace. So option 1 is just find an angle where you can maintain the imprint with that lower back. I actually don't care about the scissor kicks as much as I care about what your lower back or your abdominals are stabilizing. So you're breathing. Good. Now try taking the angle down lower and then come back up. So out, cross, move down, move up. See if you can go a little bit lower without your lower back arching. Good, let's do 2 more. Let's go down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Down just a little bit. 3, 2, 3. Imprint that lower back. 2, and done. All right. Nice. All right, we got one more move, and then we're going to go back to those glute bridges. So we're going to finish with a tricycle. So again, very similar move, except this time the knees are coming in towards the chest as the opposite leg pushes out. So you're still imprinting, it's just a little bit less aggressive. Pulling in, legs come up. This time hands go behind the head. And we're gonna do, bring your left knee in, and then 3 elbows to the same knee. So it's 1, 2, 3, then you switch the leg. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go. Continue. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So start slow here. And the angle of the leg should match. So if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, take the angle lower, but without arching your lower back. Now focus on the breathing here. And twist. You're getting that rotation. Okay, we're gonna do 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Little tricycles. Last one. 1, 2, 3, and rest. Good. Hug those knees in. And we're gonna go back to the beginning, back to the top. So the only one we're counting are the glute bridges. Everything else we're timing. All right. Here's the option for the glute bridge. Let's see, our goal is 20. The option here is to do a single leg glute bridge. Okay, so you're basically eliminating a leg. So you start up in that glute bridge position, and then you just hug your knee towards your chest. So you dip down, you drive up through one leg, but the range of motion needs to be the same as if both legs were on the floor. So you're gonna do 10 and 10, or do all 20 with both feet on the floor. Or just try a few single leg. We should all be doing 20 by the end. All right, let's try it. Scoop the tailbone under, pull the belly in just initially, and then lift up, squeeze your glutes. Extend those hips, push down with the feet. All right, now pull one knee in if you're doing the single leg option. Here we go. Down, up for 1. Hips stay square. 2, 3. Think really about pushing through that heel that's on the floor. 4, 5. Breathe. 6, 7. Nice, nice, nice. 8, 9, 10. Stay up. Switch feet. If you're doing both feet, just stay up for a second. Here we go. 9. Notice the difference between each leg. 8, 7, 6. Again, feeling this in the glutes, not the lower back. 5, 4. You're breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Your chest, give yourself a little hug. Massage that lower back out. You got 15 seconds. And we're gonna try those windshield wiper moves. Three, 2, 1. Arms are out. Go ahead. Now focus on the range of motion. Okay, so I'd try to actually touch your legs all the way down to the floor. And then you're exhaling when you're pulling your... lot of oblique work here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. If you want a little bit more of a spinal rotation, look at the opposite hand when your knees are going over to the other side, and then just gently switch. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, you got about 10 seconds. And we got your scissor kick. So scoop the tailbone under. You can sit on your arms. You can have your arms out. Let's bring those legs up. Nice long leg, point your toes out and cross. All right, now actively push your lower back into the floor. And then try a slightly more challenging angle. Good, you're still breathing. So even though you're contracting your abdominals, you're stabilizing that lower back down, you're not holding your breath. You're making sure you're breathing. Now for this one, we're gonna go down and hold it at a low angle for the last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, let's go, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. All right, we're gonna finish with those tricycle rotational crunches, very similar to a bicycle. Go hands gently behind the head, elbows nice and wide, kick one leg out. Now 3 rotations, 1, 2, 3, then switch. So you're alternating elbow, 1, 2, 3, switch. Yeah, nice. 2. Now try to open those elbows up nice and wide so you focus on the twist. Breathe. 30 seconds to go. 1, 2, 3. Now you can point your toes, get a longer leg, or try flexing the feet. Variation. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, we are gonna do one more round. Now this final round is a little bit more concentrated. Everything's gonna be timed, and I'll give you some different variations here. All right, we are gonna start in 15 seconds with the glute bridges. So go ahead, set it up. So we're gonna start with both feet on the floor. Scoop your tailbone under, go ahead, lift into your glute bridge. But now just bring your feet and knees just a tiny bit closer together. All right, so go down and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up at the top. Now pick up your right knee, left leg, down and up for just 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs, come down, switch legs. So you got 3 repetitions, single leg on the right. 3, 2, and 1. Go back to doubles for 5, 4, 3. Squeeze your butt cheeks. 2, 1. Now hold it up nice and high. Now try to put 2 fingertips right on your hips, and we're gonna lift your right leg up and then slowly put it right back down. Your hips should not have changed. So we're doing steps, we're doing marches. Yes. Good, let's do 3 more. 3, lower with control, everything stable, squeeze those glutes. 2, pull that belly in. The last one here, 1, lower all the way down. Nice. Very, very nice. Scissors. Is it scissor kicks next? All right, you got 15 seconds. Oh no, windshield wipers. Sorry, windshield wipers. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. Good. Nice, nice, nice. So you're in control of the angle. It's pain-free. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Focus on the breathing here. These are a little bit slower, especially if you're going bigger and longer with those legs. Or at least slow when you lower. You can pull up a little faster. Okay, rest. Rest for 15. All right, now we got those scissors. All right, this one is going to be 30 seconds. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Pull that belly in. Imprint your lower back. Bring those legs up. Find your angle. Go out and cross. Now just 30 seconds. Find the hardest angle you can maintain for just 30 more seconds. So lower back. This is all about your lower back. Working together with your abdominals. Your breathing. It's all about staying steady and strong. 10 seconds left. Ooh, we got 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, hug it in. All right, bring those fingertips gently behind the head. Really get those elbows wide, wide, wide. 3, 2, 1, tricycles, one leg out. It's rotate, 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 and switch. 3, 2, 1, switch legs. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good, now try to go just a little bit faster. You have 10 more seconds. Ooh, keep it tight. Just focus. 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, relax, relax, relax. Beautiful. Grab some water. Whew. All right, we have another circuit of 4 moves. A lot of these will be planks. So we'll go through it once, and if you need to make adjustments, do what you need to do, and I'll show you different options. So the first round, we might go a little bit slower. We're just gonna time everything because it's planks. All right, so we're actually gonna start with bird dog. But basically we're either on the hand or on the front or the back, but we're up using the arms. Okay, so let's get into your tabletop position. Belly is in, long neutral spine, chest is open. We're just going right arm straight out, left leg straight back, and you're gonna draw in and out for the first 20 seconds. So go ahead, begin there. Now the whole goal on this one is stability. Shoulders are square, hips are square. And then breathe, like exhale when you reach, inhale when you come in. Switch sides. Left arm, right leg. Smooth transition. Now you can absolutely bring your hand and your knee down in between each repetition. Or if you want to add that challenge, draw the elbow towards the knee. 3, 2, and 1. All right, immediately we're gonna sit on our butt. We're gonna go reverse plank or reverse tabletop. So you're gonna open that chest, put your hands right below your shoulders, and turn your middle finger towards your heels. Bend your knees, and we're gonna lift the hips, push your feet down into the floor. Your feet should be right below your knees for that reverse tabletop. Now lift the chest, lift the collarbone, and you're gonna dip and drive. Dip your hips, drive up, squeeze, or straighten your legs. Flex your feet, lift your butt, lift your hips, hold that reverse plank. Now you're gonna feel a great stretch through the shoulders and chest here. Keep that collarbone lifted. You're looking up towards the ceiling, but your head isn't falling back. You got 10 seconds here. Stay long, stay tight. And your hands are right below those shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now, if you have any issues with your wrist, for either of those options, you can actually make a fist, and that will keep your wrist very straight, and you can do both moves from that position, as long as you have a soft mat. Okay, that will get rid of some of that wrist flexion. All right, let's get back onto the hands and knees. And we've got low planks. All right, now we are gonna add a movement to the low plank once we lift up, but ideally you're starting on the belly, elbows below your shoulders, nice and tight. but separate your palms, tuck your toes under. Now push your knees down, but lift the belly and hips up. So hips are in line with the shoulders. Then lift one knee, then lift the other knee. Hold the plank. Good, you're feeling stable here. Then we're gonna add a hip dip. So you're gonna drop your right hip down towards the floor. It doesn't touch. Draw back up, find your plank, switch sides. This should not cause any pain in your shoulders or hips. If it does, don't do it. Focus on just holding that stable position. Good, now draw the belly up slightly, but keep breathing. You have 8 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, quick stretch back because we're finishing in a high plank. All right, we are gonna do, for this variation, we're gonna do slow cross mountain climber. So come up onto your hands and knees and then step back into your high plank. Okay, now we're just gonna go 3 limb plank. So you're gonna take your right leg out, lift it up, and then cross it towards your left elbow, and then reach it back. Don't touch it down, and just do that. Now you're doing this without any shifting. So your weight is not gonna shift forward as your knee comes forward. All right, lower your leg down, lift up the other leg, and do the same thing. So super slow. The knee crosses toward the opposite elbow, but your plank stays stable, no shifting. Ooh, you have 8 seconds. Make sure your hands are directly below those shoulders. Spread the palms. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, I was getting a little sweaty on that one. All right, roll out your shoulders, do a few wrist circles. We're gonna go back to the beginning, which is the bird dogs. So let's rest 40 seconds here, grab some water. Now I will offer some options here on the second round, but because we're doing all planks, especially if you have any wrist issues or your shoulders, you know, might fatigue, you don't have to do all the options, or do the option that works best for you in terms of endurance. All right, we got 20 seconds. So here's how we're gonna try this bird dog. We're gonna do it from a high plank. So feet can be fairly hip width, like about hip width, hands shoulder width, not too wide, because then you're gonna take right arm out, left leg back. It is quite a balance challenge. You're gonna alternate. All right, otherwise, on the hands and knees, you're gonna do right arm, exactly what we did on the first set. So draw out and in for 20, and then I'll tell you when we're halfway. Okay, begin, let's try it. It's a 40-second interval. This is a really fun challenge from the high plank position. It should be difficult. So if you got it, fantastic. All right, if you're doing a bird dog, switch opposite to opposite. You got 20 seconds left, and at any point you can rest. 5 seconds, and rest. Woo. Oh wow, nice job. That was awesome. All right, let's try that reverse plank. So, or reverse tabletop. So start just sitting on your butt, hands right below your shoulders, roll your shoulder blades back down, lift your chest, pull the belly in, and then lift, get your hips up. Now, you can add a kick here if you're in that reverse tabletop. All right, or if you're holding that reverse plank, you're lifting your hips up without your hips and butt dropping though. Pull the belly in. So, tons of core work, great for the chest and shoulders though. Push your chest up to the sky. Push your hips up a little higher. Just hold it and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Wow. All right, now the other tip is, if you are feeling the wrist, don't put your hands on your mat, put your hands on a solid surface. That will decrease the wrist flexion. All right, back to the plank. This is your low plank with the hip dip. All right, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. This time you're on your elbows, forearms. Good, and then you're just adding a little dip left to right. Shoulders stay square. Try keeping your hands separate. It's really just a better posture for your shoulder. It doesn't really, it's not necessarily affecting the core so much, but in terms of opening those shoulders up, maintaining good alignment, I like to keep those hands separate. Woo! You have 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, I am feeling these. All right, we got one more plank. This is, okay, now this one we're switching up. So this one we're actually gonna do shoulder taps. So we're gonna hold a high plank. Hands right below shoulders, nice and narrow. Your feet can actually be wider, and you're gonna lift one hand, tap the opposite shoulder. Or you can tap the opposite thumb. All right, begin. You got 35 seconds to go. Good. Now, my approach to planking is not making a ramp. It's to actually lift your hips and butt as high as your shoulders, and then the ramp is actually from your hips to your feet. So if you drop your butt, your back actually will sag. If you lift your hips and butt in line with your shoulders, you'll maintain more of a neutral core alignment. Whew. Pull that belly up and in and rest. Oh, all right, now let's rest for a minute. Do some wrist circles. We got one more round. Ooh. All right, grab water if you need it. Wow, how you guys doing? I am feeling this one. All right, you got 20 seconds. We're gonna go back to that bird dog. This is kind of the balance challenge one if you wanna do bird dog from a high plank. All right, you have 10 seconds. Just do a few shoulder circles. Think about that shoulder stability. Hands are right below the shoulder joint. 3, 2, 1. So find tabletop or high plank, and then opposite arm to opposite leg. Now, if you're doing the balance one from the high plank position, I want you to actually see how long you can hold it. On one side. I mean, like up to 5 seconds. Don't hold it like the whole time. You have 8 seconds to go. Oh, switch sides if you're doing bird dog. On out and in. 3, 2, 1, and rest. I forgot to tell people to switch. Okay, you have 20 seconds. You got your reverse plank or reverse tabletop. So sit on your butt. Again, roll the shoulders, lift the torso. Long spine here, lift the chest, and then drive those hands down, drive your feet down, lift your hips and butt up. Good. And begin. You got 30 seconds left. So if you're tabletop, think about scooping your tailbone under, pulling the belly in, and you're gonna do that kick. All right, if you're doing reverse plank, hold the plank, lift your butt and hips, no sagging here, and do a leg lift, like a big lift. You really got this one. You're feeling those hamstrings because you're driving your heels down. Rest. Ooh. That's our cool down music, even though we still have two more intervals here. All right, this is your low plank dips. You got 10 seconds. Come onto the belly. Start on the floor. 3, 2, 1, lift. All right, we're gonna add something different here. So you can stay with the dips, or you're gonna try a plank, lift your left leg, cross it over your right, and then back. And then lift your right leg, cross it over the left foot. So you're just tapping across. You don't actually have to touch the floor. You're just crossing, but you're not rotating the hips. So you're just doing what your range of motion you can do. You got 10 seconds to go. Whew. Doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, rest. All right, one more plank variation. So this is your high plank. We're gonna go back to moving the legs. So we're gonna do the plank jack or plank tap out. So high plank position in 3, 2, 1, lift and hold. So option 1 is just hold high plank. Not just, it's work right there. Tap out, tap in. So you're just tapping off the mat. Doesn't have to be super big. Or jack out, jack in. Now, the goal here is not to do hundreds of reps. It's to keep the hips and core stable. All right, you got 15 seconds left. Do the option, take a break when you need it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Woo. Oh my word. That was awesome. All right, let's stay on the mat and do a child's pose. You can have your knees wide or narrow. Slide your butt and hips towards your heels. Reach your palms forward, pressing them into the mat. Forehead towards the mat. Now start walking your hands off to the left side of your mat. So you're feeling a stretch to the right side of that body. Keep the head down. Take a few deep breaths here. And when I say deep breaths, we're looking for 4 to 8 counts inhale, 4 to 8 counts exhale. When you're exhaling out through your mouth. All right, come through center with the arms and try the other side. And you're pursing your lips like you're blowing out of a straw. That will help lengthen that exhale. You're trying to get all the air out of your lungs. All right, walk both hands back through the center. Good, we're gonna come on up and we're gonna stand up. Ooh, we're gonna stand all the way up here. And we're just gonna do 2 stretches here. So we're gonna take a big triangle stance, toes forward. We're gonna bend that left knee and shift all your weight over to that left hip and heel. So kind of a side lunge, right inner thigh stretch, and then reach your hips back, pull the belly in, arms come out like an airplane. And then right hand is gonna cross over that left shin, and you're gonna reach your left arm up to the sky. Look up at your hand. Good, now push up through that left leg, come back to center, and then try that right side. So shift over to that right heel and hip first. Ooh. And then take the arms out. And then rotate, right arm up, left arm kind of reaches through. You can grab the outside of your right shin and kind of pull your chest through. Look up to your right hand. 3, 2, 1, drive up through that right heel, walk it in, and then we're just going to take the hands behind you, just stretching out the chest. So intertwine the fingers. We're going to pull back that chest. Ooh, of course, you can definitely do some more stretching on your own. But thank you so much for coming tonight. And let's release and let's do 1 breath together. So let's inhale, circle the arms up, reach overhead, smile, and then exhale, float down. And we are all done, core and more.